Simple disclosure. I'm not getting paid to do this video. I wasn't asked to do this video. I'm just interested in the web browser and how it might change the industries built around the internet, assuming enough people start using it. For the most part, web browsers are all the same, at least to the average user. You view web pages with them. Sure, some browsers have earned a reputation for not being secure at all. But since most of the population doesn't understand or worry about that, they just simply use whatever they've gotten used to using. I understand how important secure browsing is, and I still used a questionable browser because I was familiar with it. I recently learned of a browser that had some unique features, and I thought it was worth giving a try, and I've now changed what web browser I'm using. Firefox has been the go-to browser, at least the one I suggested to my clients. Years ago, I personally switched over to Chrome, mostly because it was advertised as being faster. I'm now switching over to Brave. It's Chrome, only it has ad blocking and anti-tracking built in. In a past video, I talked about why I tell all of my clients to use an ad blocker on their web browser. It's been the best way to reduce the chances of getting malware on your devices. It also helps guard against some tracking tactics. It doesn't completely stop everything, but it's better to use it than to not. Web apps have been the most effective way for people to sneak malware and tracking onto people's computers. Having blocking built in does seem to improve performance for both the speed of loading pages and the ability to block unwanted items. The blocking features are not the only thing worth talking about. Brave has a few other features that help protect you and give you more options for discrete browsing. Brave automatically changes over all links to HTTPS. This helps guard against man-in-the-middle attacks on web traffic, preventing other parties from reading or altering what's being sent and received. Most websites have switched over to this more secure protocol. If they didn't, they damaged their SEO, their search engine rankings. Now, there are a lot of old links out there that still work that predate this mass adoption of HTTPS. Those old links are not as secure. There are newer links to the same content. Brave finds those secure URLs for you. Another feature that I think everyone should use is fingerprinting prevention. Fingerprinting is the process of documenting things about your computer hardware, software, and other non-web browsing things for the purpose of identifying you by your computer. When you're in privacy mode or not logged into an account that tracks you, or in some cases, even if you're using a VPN, they can still track you this way. I wasn't able to find out what form of anti-fingerprinting Brave uses, but there are three really good options. The top being sending the same false profile for thousands of computers. So from a data collection point of view, there's now a computer that's broken the time and space and seems to be everywhere at once. There is the send no data method that might break some web pages. And then there's the sending random data method. But the goal of all of this is to make it harder for big data to track and mine your activities. The less data they have on you, the more blurred their psychological picture of you becomes. That's a good thing. Brave also has Tor built right in. A brief explanation of Tor. It's a means of anonymizing your activities. I'm not going to talk this too up. It's still being developed in Brave. There isn't any configuration for it yet, so not a lot of control there. But it's something worth supporting. This isn't the tool to use when lives and freedoms are on the line. You're better off using a proven Tor option. Brave has its own crypto wallet, cryptocurrency. It's a means of supporting the content creators who would otherwise use ads to support themselves. I have no idea if this works, but it seems to be similar to Patreon. You choose how much goes to which site per visit or monthly. Why are they doing this? Ad revenue has been the income that keeps sites up and running. Ad blockers disrupt that income. If there isn't a meaningful replacement, then the internet as we know it will vanish. Aside from all of that, Brave is just like any other browser. Bookmarks, address bar, tabs, password manager, autofill for forms, the same stuff every other browser has. Brave can use all of the extensions made for Chrome, but you want to be careful there. If you install something that tracks you, then you've undermined all of your efforts. In the short time that I've used Brave, I haven't found any major problems. Voice to text doesn't work on Google Docs. I can live with that. And I do get a kick out of the stats that show on the new tab page. How many tracker and ads are blocked, how many minutes have been saved, not downloading ads, how many URLs were upgraded to HTTPS. It's all kind of interesting and telling how broken the internet is. So why should you use Brave? The data that companies are gathering on you are using it against you. The less they can get, the better off you are. Their trackers don't load. They're not able to track you passively either. You're a harder target for digital crooks. They can't see what you're doing or install bad software on your computer as easily. And you have the built-in option to become harder to pick out in the crowd. The best selling point? You don't have to put up with ads. You get the content that you came to see without getting drowned in a bunch of ads, all fighting for your attention. Brave does that faster and better than anything that I've used before. The more people that adopt this ad blocking and tracking blocking software, less profitable it is to mine data on people. Content once again becomes the driving financial force. If you have good content, the users will support you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. To subscribe, click the channel icon on the top left. Top right is the previous video, and below that is a random suggestion from YouTube. Thanks again.